Aquarius, what's going on? Let's hop into your reading with you and your person here, the person on your mind. So, Aquarius, the archetype that you're showing up in is the destroyer. And yeah, some pretty powerful energy, even the image. Even the image is intense, okay, when you look at it. And you're showing up with the Six of Pentacles. This person, I'm just looking at the cards. I still have a couple more cards to pull, but I already started pulling some cards prior to me starting to record. So your person shows up as the Mirror, which is interesting because I believe the last reading I did for you all, this is how you all showed up, okay? The Mirror, and then they have the Three of Pentacles. So this could absolutely be an earth sign, could be a Capricorn, but it can also be a Taurus, it can be a Virgo. I'm going to show you these cards as well. The mutual feelings between you two, Aquarius, are hope. I haven't given up on us yet. And that makes sense to me already because you're showing up with the Six of Pentacles. It's like you're willing to, like you're open to change in this connection, and reciprocity with the Six of Pentacles, give and take, finding harmony, finding, balance, like even just, starting, it feels like a renewal or a new start, okay, with you and this person, like a recalibration, if I'm saying that correctly. You all are recalibrating the connection, okay, getting back into alignment, figuring things out. So I feel like you're definitely open to that. And so is your person. Okay, Three of Pentacles is about cooperation, working together, even like solving whatever issues are going on here in this connection. Aquarius, interestingly enough, with your person showing up with the Mirror, how they feel towards you is, I feel shattered about this situation. And I'm like, that makes sense with broken. That's a piece of the Mirror, okay? And then you, with the Destroyer energy, you have mend. I want to fix our connection, okay? So Aquarius, something that I was getting when I saw the Destroyer and the Six of Pentacles is like this person, how do I say this? There's two sides of you. There's a side of you that is open to, like I said, change and, give and take, balance, coming up with solutions in this connection. But then there's also a side of you that is willing maybe to walk away, leave the connection if something can't be fixed. I think your preference is to, especially with men, and I got this even before this card came out. I think your preference is to fix what has been broken. Obviously, something's been broken. You both are sitting here kind of like picking up the pieces, okay? I think a number of you may feel like you had a, or maybe you don't feel this way, I don't know, but with you showing up as the destroyer, you may have been the one to kind of like initiate some sort of break in this connection. Okay, maybe you broke up with this person, or you may have done something to break a pattern in this connection. Okay, now I feel like whatever you did or you're doing is coming from a place of authenticity. There's something about the connection that you don't like. That's what I'm getting. But there's also something about this connection that you do like, okay? Because I feel like this is the star. And I'm getting like a rebirth. Okay, there is a sense of maybe like darkness right now in the connection. Your person, I feel, is a little lost with the moon. When I'm seeing the moon energy, this could be a Pisces or a Cancer, by the way. Okay, they may have that in their chart. They're a little lost. But what I'm hearing, Aquarius, is you may have reciprocated energy, and you may be teaching this person. Aquarius, one of your ruling planets is Saturn. So, you all will definitely show up in someone's life, and they will learn a lesson, okay? But I feel like you're also teaching this person about you and who you are. And, for example, maybe what you'll deal with and what you won't deal with, okay? It's like there's two sides of you that this person can get. And I don't know. I feel like because your person is showing up with the mirror energy, sometimes the mirror, a darker aspect of it is somebody who can be very absorbed within the self. I don't want to say self-absorbed because it's not just like that. It's someone who's very focused on their perception of things, okay? And it's not, one of the darker aspects of the mirror can be narcissism. And again, it's not like, there's scales, there's levels to this. There's scales to narcissism. I don't think whoever this is, maybe some of you may say, no, this person is a narcissist. If they are, they are. Maybe you should just not, deal with that person anymore. But I'm not getting that. I think whoever this is, at least in this moment, they are doing some genuine reflecting now. Okay? And they're reflecting on what has happened with you two, and they're realizing that it's not all about them. It's not all about what they want. Okay. This person they could be a little spoiled. I'm getting. They can be a little spoiled, or they want things to like go a certain way. Okay? It's like singular thinking in a relationship with two people. And I think that what I'm getting from you, Aquarius, with you know, with the Six of Pentacles, you're like, this is a two-way street. You're not just going to, this ain't Burger King. You can't always have it your way. Okay? So, you know, I think that you care about who this is. Obviously, you want to fix it. And I'm even getting like, maybe if you were in some shape, way, or form, maybe tough, like you're like tough love is what I'm getting, Aquarius. Like you could be giving this person tough love. Again, Six of Pentacles, what you give me, I'm going to give you back. Okay. And this is, you know, maybe the harsher side of Aquarius, because Aquarius does have a harsh side. Okay. So, you know, if this person came off in a way where it was, you know, all about them and what they want, I think a number of you were like, oh no, that's not what we're doing here. Okay. So, because the Destroyer is kind of like a bit of like a sacred clown type of energy, but it's also, it's even kind of like Scorpio, where the Destroyer shows up and it's like, okay, this is how we're not going to keep doing things. This is not how we're going to keep going forward. We can, obviously, I feel like you want to move forward because both of y'all have hope. All right. I haven't given up on us yet. Both of you have that. And I feel like you're open to change. They want to, you know, now, you know, work together and figure things out together, rebuild or build with you. I think you want to move forward, but you are, a lot of you may have pointed out something to this person where you're like, that's just not going to work. There are two people in this connection, and you know, maybe your person, I'm just using examples, they're wanting to do things the way they want to do things, the way they think, you know, things are. Okay, hold on. Some of you have not done this yet, but you're right. You're at the point of doing this. I just got that. Like, you're watching this, you know, I'm seeing those eyes, right? Like you're sitting there, you're watching what's going on, and you're with the Six of Pentacles, you're like, okay, all right, I'm gonna play ball here. But that's the two sides of you. When I said play ball, I got a dog, okay? Like, you know, just, so a dog is very loyal, very playful, very, you know, trustworthy. I'm getting like golden retriever energy. Okay. So there's this side of you that can be this way, Aquarius, with who this is, you know, very loyal and very, you know, fun and playful and happy and, you know, just having a good time. But then there's also another side of you that's a wolf. Okay. That's what I'm getting here. And I don't know if that wolf has come out. I feel like it has, or maybe you gave this person a glimpse of the wolf. That's what I'm getting here. And, but again, it was you were reciprocating energy. Like you had to let this person know, like, don't get it twisted. You know, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Right? Like, you know, I know that I come off all domesticated and, you know, and yeah, I'm a good time. But I also know how to protect my energy, and whoever this person is, they learned today. All right. And I think that what they have done some reflecting on themselves. So this person does have a level of self-awareness. That's why I was like, I don't know how deep off the spectrum of narcissism this person is in. I just think that they are now, like, whatever image they had of themselves in this connection, you destroyed that image or you shattered it. But it was, I think what I'm getting, it was for a reason. Okay, you all have your own story, so if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. But I think you did it for a reason, because you're like, that's not going to work. And, you know, they're picking up the pieces, I'm hearing, of themselves, and they're even looking at the connection, like I'm seeing the connection on the floor, like a shattered mirror. And it's like they can't put it back together all by themselves. They need your help. 3 of Pentacles. They're like, can we work together to fix this and mend what is broken, Aquarius? And I think that you are game, you're down, but a number of you may feel like almost even disrespected, and you're like, yeah, but I can help you fix this, but don't take my kindness for weakness, or, you know, just know whatever you give me, I'm going to give you. And that's just what it is. Okay. I think I'm going to stop this here, and I'm going to continue this now over on part 2. The link for part 2 is in the description or at the top of the comments. Okay. And we're going to get into the remainder of the month. We're not remainder, June. Okay. June for you all. Everything that I'm seeing, actions, what this person wants from you. What do they want the outcome to be with you too, Aquarius? Overall, what do I get the outcome for June being with you all? Overall relationship outcome in this lifetime. And yeah, outcomes, timeline. I'll give you a timeline of forward movement and advice. How should you be showing up in this connection? Okay, so I'll see some of you over on part 2. This is where we part ways. Love you all. Good luck with everything. I'll see you next time. Peace.